Green. You're recording my lighting.
Yeah, I'm totally recording
Oh,
this
red,
process.
Nice.
purple. I like the purple. There we go. Purple it is. Thanks.
Oh,
Okay, hi.
all right. Mulligans and Hackers Golf. We're back with episode 124.
124, yeah.
Yeah, 124. And we have a special guest. We have Leah from the Alberta Golf Tour back with us. Welcome back, Leah.
Thank you. What appearance is this? Number three, four, something
At
like that.
least three.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's
Might be four, actually.
four. Yeah, I think it's four. Because I think you and
Three
I.
with Chris.
Yeah,
Four
three
with
with me.
Alfred.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I was going to say before we got started, our season is winding down when it comes to golf, but your season like just keeps going, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
How much freaking golf have you gotten in the last like 2 weeks?
It looks like you're always on the golf course.
Yeah. Well, I don't get to play during the season, so I'm trying to get it in now. Yeah, I've been on a bit of a tour myself. It's been pretty awesome, and I'm continuing. Maybe only one. I got a little golfed out last week. I played 5 rounds in 7 days,
Whew.
and the week of championship, I was 7 rounds in 6 days. So I'm need a little pause. But yeah, I'm doing like a weird, very random, almost like a touring of the private clubs in Edmonton lately. So a couple more of those are still coming up. So that's gonna be fun.
How's your knee holding up?
On the course, it's okay, but I think the 5 rounds was maybe a little too much for it last week.
Putting it to the test, putting it through the grind.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think my athletic therapist is going to be very happy with me tomorrow morning, but that's okay. That's what she gets paid for. So,
You only live once.
exactly. And summer's only here apparently right now, and it wasn't here all summer. So,
It's true.
gotta get it in.
I feel like we're like a month behind on every month for weather.
Exactly. Yeah. So, why not get it in?
Daylight's getting short in the evenings now, though.
Yeah.
That's really noticeable down here.
Yeah, like 7:30, you can't see anything anymore. It's wild.
Well, I was just telling Chris before we got on here that I'm trying to book tee times after work, and I'm done work at 4, and there's no tee times at our golf course after 4.
Yep.
Not even for a 9 hole round.
Not even for a 9-hole round.
No,
So
it's wild.
doesn't
I know
matter.
it's happening very quickly.
I'll be going down jump on for 4 or 5 holes. I'm not done the season yet.
No, they won't care anyways.
Not at all. Not at all. So I will play till it's dark.
So, you had arguably the biggest year yet on the AGT?
We want to talk about that in depth.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
This year on tour,
2025 season.
2025 season. So we got going at Invamere, played Copper Point 2 days.
That was the first sign of things to come because we sold out before the early bird sale was even over. So
Wow.
before it opened up to public who didn't want to buy the membership, we were sold out.
That's
To the point where I had to beg the golf course. They gave me 3 more tee times, which is 12 spots, and I still had 7 people on the wait list I didn't have a spot for. And I even made Cody give up his spot for one guy who had a friend that got in and he didn't. So like that was the first sign of everything to come.
wow.
That for us, that was a great weekend. Great exposure to our first major. Beautiful golf course. Great little spot. You go there every year, right?
Yeah, Mother's Day weekend usually it ends up being it's the weekend before Maylog, so whatever that usually corresponds with Mother's Day, unfortunately. But a lot of players have turned it into like a full family vacation. They stay at the Copper Point Resort. There's indoor and outdoor pools and hot tubs there. The wives come, the kids come. It's a great weekend for everyone, and I think that's part of why it's grown. Is at first it was like, ooh, it's Mother's Day, I can't do it, and then all of a sudden they realize the moms want to spend a weekend in the mountains too. And I may have mentioned it, I'm pretty sure, in some of the emails where it's like, reminder, Sunday is Mother's Day. Make sure you give your wives the treatment, whatever treatment needs to be. Watch the kids, give her a break for a while. You might not get a practice round, etc., etc. and everyone usually seems pretty happy with it. So
I thought, I mean, mountain golf is a different animal for this guy. And it's going to take me a while to kind of acclimate to mountain golf. But
I think we all gathered that after listening to your championship podcast, but we'll touch on that later.
It was that obvious, eh?
I mean, I was waiting for him to say like one positive thing, and I think it finally came when there was about 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in the podcast. That was over.
He got a little ranty.
yeah, and again, I have to get it out of my system. But yeah, we'll get to the champion
Yeah, yeah,
for
we'll get there.
championship after
Copper
that.
Point.
But I thought Copper Point was great. Again, getting used to playing in the mountains is different, but for us personally, yeah, we're going to be there next year too.
It was a beautiful golf course. I mean, didn't play overly great, but I enjoyed the time. It was good.
I think I played really good the practice round.
Yeah, the practice round was all right.
I played really good in the practice round.
Yes, yes, and I mean, I feel like didn't you shoot your like career best?
Yeah, and it screwed me for the rest of the season because I don't get to play enough during the season. That thing stayed on my record until like maybe I want to say it was like round three of championship. It finally came off. That was
Wow,
20th round finally.
wow.
So yeah, I ended up
Where's
uh,
your Blair St. Clair handicap maintenance?
oh, it's getting there. But unfortunately, I played really well when we went to Victoria on August long weekend too. So now I need those ones to come off, and then we'll be good.
And maybe you're just getting better.
No, 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 not if you've seen me golf in the last month. Nope.
Again, we can only go on what we've seen, and we saw you play great. So
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's just what we come to expect from you.
Yeah, that's fine. Anytime I play with you guys, I'll play that well, hopefully.
Yeah, it was something. It was good practice round, and I mean the next two rounds, that is a beautiful course. It's I can't wait to get back there next year and
and
give it
again,
another
that's
shot.
going back to like not playing well mountain courses. I do want to go back and give that a shot now because I might be a little better prepared to play that mountain course now that I think we did because we played a practice round, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's when we
so I've
played.
done 3 loops on that course now. So
Yep.
Yeah, a little redemption. And the reason, for anyone like we get some people chirping like, "Oh my God, Invermere's in BC. It's not Alberta." Same thing with Cranbrook, right? But number one, that early season in May, there are no courses anywhere in Alberta that are in the condition that Copper Point is in already at that point in the season. So like
I'll give you that.
kind of a no-brainer. And
But
there
it's still in the time zone though.
exactly, the Mountain Standard Time Golf Tour. It doesn't roll off the tongue the same.
What was that again? What is it?
The Mountain Standard Time Golf Tour.
Yeah, yeah. That does that.
Literally, the head
That's a
pro from
mouthful.
Copper Point came up with that one many, many, many years ago when I first got chirped about being out there. And I mean, that's the same thing with Cranbrook, same time zone. We're not leaving the time zone. So
Yeah. But so then after Copper Point
Bellator.
was it Delacorte?
Yep.
yeah, there was President's Cup in there just before
Right, right.
but yeah,
Speaking of President's Cup, somebody made the President's Cup team.
by this.
I squeaked in barely, but I squeaked.
Yeah.
I think that W at Mickelson might have did it for you.
Maybe it was kind of an up and down season for me. Really, I was either really well or played really bad. So
Yeah, but hey, you made it. Top 32 out of like I think there was 304 golfers. So
wow.
So is that the most you've ever had?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
with single events? Because I know you did a post, and I looked at some of the firsts for the tour. So let's go over some of the firsts. So
Yeah, over 300 players. That was a first. There was I didn't it wasn't all firsts, but it was we had one player, Blair, who played every single event. Me getting him into Pine Brook when we sent you that nice video was but he was on the wait list there because he waited to sign up and I was able to get him in at the last minute. So me getting him in there, he made sure to tell he's like, Leah, me playing Pine Brook means 100% participation this season. And he's only missed, I think, one or maybe two each season since he's joined. So he's the MVP there, and he travels all the way from Irma, which is not central to anything. What else? We had, I can't remember what else was in that post.
Wasn't there like a dozen first time winners or something?
I think more. I want to say 20 something first time winners. Yeah, that was awesome. Um, we had one guy win 4 times and a couple win 3 times.
I know James won 3 times, right?
Yeah, Nelson won a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Nelson was only 3. Razik Patel was 4. Nelson, but that's the thing is Nelson was all at the end of the season. He was up there. He was like top 3, I think, almost every time, except for Mickelson. But yeah, he by the end of the season he really started coming into form. I don't remember what else was in there though. But yeah, it was a really really great season. But Delacour, hmm.
That was wild.
Oof,
Hmm.
oof. That was
I
horrible.
have never played in that type of wind.
That was not fun.
And I mean, you guys didn't even get the worst of it. The
No, because we
playoff,
left and you were in the playoff, and then we seen that on the video. That was wild.
the playoff got the worst of it. So that was for anyone who didn't see that. I mean, it's up on the Instagram page, but a literal tornado came in. We teed off on the first tee box. Everything was great. And then it kind of started blowing when we were hitting our approach shots. And then by the time we got to the green, there was an actual funnel cloud in a gravel parking lot across the highway. And they kept trying. I wanted the playoff to go because I don't like doing retrogression. I do because it pisses people off and I kind of have fun doing that. But like, I didn't want to do it because they were there. I tried so hard to get that playoff to finish, and their balls would not. They would line up their ball, take their hand away, and it would blow off the green. So it
That's
was
crazy.
unfortunately completely unplayable. And the champ light was still finishing on the 18th hole in that wind when we were doing the playoff. And one guy made a par
That's
into the
impressive. That's
a 10
impressive.
footer into the wind for to actually win the champ flight actually. So that was funny. Yeah.
That might be the most difficult conditions I've ever played in. That was tough. I mean, when you had the wind with you, it was amazing. But when you were going into the wind, it's like, where do I even hit here?
Yeah.
I think I hit an 8 iron into the wind, 90 yards.
That sounds about right.
They start boomeranging backwards.
Yep.
That's the thing,
Well,
right?
who were we playing with? We were playing with Paul and Paul.
Paul Berg and Paul Beck.
Yeah,
And that's
and
yeah.
I think it was Paul Ferg that said that one's coming back to you because it literally got up into jet stream and it lost yardage. So
Yep. Yeah. I don't there's something about Delacour there. I know it gets windy in southern Alberta and everything, but that course is well known for its windy days.
And you usually go there every year too, right?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll go there next year. We might give them a year off. Our pace is never the greatest there. They put us off working backwards from sunset, not even twilight, but from sunset. They
Uh-huh.
only gave us 4 hours and 40 minutes. So I think we had people teeing off after 4 p.m. that day.
Yeah, it's a little late.
So it was a little late. Yeah. So we might take a year, but that's okay.
That's fair.
uh, then it was Olds.
Old. That one was huge. So we sold out on that one really early too. And I was able to reach out to the course and ask for more spots. And he just kind of said, you know what, at this point, you basically have the whole afternoon anyways. So whatever you want to do, whatever intervals you want to go in, if you want to change it to 9 minutes so you can fit more people, if you want to keep it 10 minutes, that's fine. But like essentially you can fit 140 people in tee times. I don't want to because I don't want to be on the first tee for 5.5 hours. But
Come
they were
on, Prez. You
so
got a role
good.
to play here.
I got to do scoring. And that's what happened that day. We had 4 hours and 10 minutes of tee times. We had 100 people. And that was my very first actual triple digit single dayer.
Wow.
Really?
That was the record that got set first. And yeah, I was on the tee for 4 hours and 10 minutes. By the time I got off the first tee, I had 2 groups in for scoring already. So I mean, pace, that's great, good pace. But it's unfortunately a situation where I don't get out on the course. And if there are pace issues or something that's going on that I got to deal with, I just can't. So guess
Well,
who's
you
got to
gotta hire
hire
some help.
someone next year? Yep. But again, I wasn't, again, between Copper Point and Olds, I should have expected it, but I wasn't expecting the whole season to be like that. Olds is always a big one, so I wasn't surprised by that one, but yeah, I was just a little surprised that it lasted pretty much the whole season. So I for sure have to hire help next year.
Gotta get a staff.
Yep.
Have to have a
Weird.
staff. Yeah, but again, that's kind of what you want, though, right? Like you want
Yeah.
to grow, and we're going to talk about something that you brought up in the survey too later. Um, so that was Thistle Creek. Oh, no.
Next was Trestle Creek. Yep. That the Edmonton weekends are funny. They're smaller numbers, but and so I worked with the golf course and I lowered what I booked for, complete opposite of what I'm doing in Central and in Calgary. But then everyone must have checked the forecast at the last minute and was trying to get in, but we had already released all the tee times. And again, registration closes a week before for a reason because they need to open the tee sheet and sell what we don't use. So that was, I mean, they could have been bigger, unfortunately, but people just waited too long to sign up to those ones. Trestle was in great shape. They had just hosted a Golf Canada Next Gen Junior 3-day event out there the weekend before that we were there. So, but the wind again, on very, very undulating greens. Like if you thought Delacour's greens were bad, Trestles were even crazier. Um, and then we had the ranch on Sunday and kind of same situation. We could have got to 72. I think we ended up being 64. Just again, these last minute people that were trying to get in.
So why do you think there's a difference between the Edmonton events and the southern
It's
or
interesting. When I live in Buck Lake full time, which I am about to move back and do, I find that and I don't know if I accidentally subconsciously book more in that region, and so there's more for them to come out to, as opposed to when I live in Calgary and I focus more maybe in Central and things that are closer to me. Even though Cody is still coming from Buck Lake. I don't know what it is because Edmonton actually used to be bigger than Calgary, and now they're not. But we are doing more of these mountain events, right? With championship moving from Sundre out to Cranbrook, and then that opening weekend being out at Copper Point. It's just that much further for Edmonton people. And I know just from reading surveys and talking to them that they don't enjoy the extra drive. Some of them love it. Mountain golf is mountain golf. They'll drive the extra few hours, but it's the extra 3 hours for them that they don't necessarily want to travel. So I don't know. I
interesting?
try and fit 5 up in Edmonton next year if I can instead of 4, just to see if the
We're
numbers.
going to try and make a weekend up in the Edmonton area next year, just to get up and try and play some of those courses up there. Because without being on tour, we're probably not really going to make it up there to focus
Totally.
golf up there, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I wish I could play. Well, I want to play Trestle Creek. I mean, it's literally up the road from where I grew up. So
it is. Yeah, it's we're gonna have some good ones, I think. I've had lots of discussions with Edmonton courses already this year, so there'll be some different ones on there, and we'll see how it goes.
So that was Pine Brook, and that's a private course too, right?
Yes.
yeah, that was the first one I
Yeah.
attended.
That one's that's like the fully like that is private. It's always been private. It was the replacement for Glencoe this year. Yeah, Pine Brook was amazing. We were only allowed to have 60 spots, and we had to go in threesomes because of pace. But it was an amazing day. It was so good. Like the weather was great. We didn't really have much wind. And with how rainy and crappy the weather was at that time of year, for us to get a good day on that day was
Well, couldn't have asked for
very,
that. That was
no, it was great.
and
I know.
then
Should we just rub it in some
too
more?
bad. It's too bad we missed you, buddy. It's too bad you
Yeah.
weren't there.
Yeah, I didn't fucking hear about that either.
Yeah, not at all. I mean,
Yeah.
that was actually one of the first times where I was I was sitting in the clubhouse as a clubhouse leader there in my plate
Oh,
for
that's
a
right.
long time.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
I
Till
was actually
Tyler came
watching.
in.
I was watching that because I had played
Till the
my
last
round.
group, I think, and then
Yep,
Teach beat me,
yep.
but it was
And I was
good.
kind of on the fence on whether I wanted him to win or no. Fuck that guy. I don't want him to win. So I was kind of on that fence. It's like, do I want him to win because I'm not there, or do I want to fucking listen to this shit for like months? I was kind of on the fence. I wasn't. I
Well,
wasn't.
because he was still on the sea flight at that time, so fuck him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
it.
yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, that's a really nice course. I mean, every time I drive by it now, I'm like, man, that's in
But
such good shape.
I'll probably if that's on the schedule next year, I'll probably will make that one next year. Then it was Sundre and Water Valley. Now,
Ooh.
see,
Oh, that was such a bad weekend of weather. Oh, it was so rainy. So every course, just for context, anyone listening to this, I don't know if you guys have driven that highway. So Sundre is on Highway 22, the Cowboy Trail. It's beside Olds.
Hmm.
Olds was closed down. It's just north of Water Valley. Water Valley was closed down. Coyote Creek's on the other side of Sundre. That was closed down. Pine Hills, North Rocky Mountain House closed down. Literally every course within an hour radius of Sundre was closed because of the amount of precipitation. And I've played at Sundre for many, many, many years, and I know how well that course trains. And if there was any course in the entire province that I could have picked to be at in that kind of shit weather, I would have handpicked Sundre. So we got so lucky. The course was playable. There was no pooling on the greens. There's a little bit of pooling in the fairways. We started at noon. The rain let up at about 10 after and it was chilly, but we had a good day. We were able to play. Everyone, I think I only had two no-shows or something like that, because everyone was a lot of people were coming from Calgary and it was pouring. Like it was like 100 mils of rain forecasted that day in Calgary. I think we had 40 to 60 forecasted for Sundre. And just again, looking at the hourly forecast, knowing the way Sundre drains, living kind of in that area too, I knew we would be okay. No one, like literally the morning of, I'm getting, well, the whole week before. I think I did an Instagram story rant that week where I was like, stop emailing me. We don't know the answer until the morning of.
But
So,
that was a harbinger of things to come for the season, wasn't it?
what's that?
So that was kind of a harbinger of things to come for the season in regards to weather, wasn't it?
Oh, I mean, it was already pretty shit at that point, but yeah, it was bad.
I'd really like to make it to Water Valley just to put it out there.
Yeah, you keep putting it out there.
I keep putting it out there because they follow us on our socials and we kind of chat back and forth. So I would really like to get up there and play and just go and experience up there with them. So
Yeah, I mean, we were lucky that they were able to open the next day. They don't drain as well. Um, and again, with the amount, just anything south of Sundre got so much more precipitation than Sundre did. Uh, it was really wet. I believe we had to play lift clean in place both days. But like to be able to play Water Valley that Sunday, we kind of lucked out.
what was the participation numbers in for that weekend?
I think we were around 80 for both.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Given the weather, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Then it was the next major in southern Alberta. Oof.
Paradise. Not
Paradise Canyon and
Paradise.
Lethbridge. Um, I actually was happy with the way I played that tournament. I must say, I say that I came home with a bit of money that weekend. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you made
Yeah,
up.
that was your
And
snip
it was a
weekend.
snip weekend for
That
you.
was a snip weekend for me.
Yeah.
I think I had 5 birdies that weekend, and I won with 5 snips, 4 of those holes.
Yeah.
You basically paid for your trip that way.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I was happy with that. I can't remember where I placed.
Mid
I
pack.
want to say fifth. I thought,
Yeah, I
that
think you were
sounds
mid
about-
pack
that
because
sounds
you were in the running going into the last day, and you kind of a couple of the guys had a little bit better run.
Yeah,
than you.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That was also the first event where I played in the B flight.
Yeah. How'd you do in the B flight?
Dead last. Yeah, it was good. It was
Chris
learning.
got in his head a little bit. That had nothing
I mean,
to do with anything other than right there, I think.
well, that and I jammed my wrist earlier that week, so I had to wear.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you had
So
your
I mean, I don't like to make excuses, but I definitely was not swinging as well as I could have.
I just think it was really good for you to go and play in the B, get shit stomped in the B, and not play well. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
because for you, and again, we played
for the rest of the season, it kind of set a good tone for me.
because I knew you next time you played the B flight, you were not going to finish last,
That's for damn sure.
right? Because that's kind of how he is, right? It's like I knew that was kind of like, all right, he'll pick his game up now because the next time he plays in the B flight, he'll have a better head on his shoulders and know what he needs to do and put the fucking driver away. And speaking of that, do you want to show that right away, quick?
We can.
Oh, what happened? Did you break it?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
We
oh,
got some new
driving
apps
iron.
here. We got a 2 and a 3 iron to add into the bag here. Oh, I didn't put
Nice.
that one.
There you go. So we're going all irons?
We're going
No.
all irons. We're gonna be
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Nice.
So yeah, it just
Nice.
came in today. I wasn't expecting them until middle of October, but I got home and there was a nice blue box sitting on my porch, and I'm like, well, I know what that is.
Perfect. Mizuno then? If
Oh
they're
yeah, of course Mizuno. They're Mizuno Fly High
all
drive
right.
irons, a 2 and a 3.
Perfect.
I'm a Mizuno guy. I like the black.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
the black was pretty sweet actually.
Alvin, fun fact, I just pulled up what you placed in Lethbridge. It was a T5. Guess who you tied with? This is
No,
like, this is, yeah,
yeah,
Chris Nelson.
Did
You
I?
tied Chris Nelson. That's a big deal.
well, especially when especially with all the points he was picking up this year for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Lethbridge was good. I
I
mean,
like Ledford. I like that course because again we haven't played it before. But some of my friends down here, like Clark, they've played that course before, and they said it was a difficult course to navigate. But I really didn't find it that hard to get around.
I like the layout of that course. I mean, I had some other issues I had to deal with, but overall, I did like the course. I really enjoyed it.
yeah.
It was in beautiful shape. So I mean,
Well, they had just hosted the men's am, right? So
Right, right.
the
Yeah.
greens were running very quick
I don't
because of
mind that.
that. And they're very, very undulating as well. I'm not even sure I could call them tiered. Just that, I mean, there's when you have like 8 different levels, I don't know, is that tiered at that point or is
Well, and if you're on the wrong level, you're in trouble.
oh yeah. And if you're putting, like we had a practice round actually for the men's am, and they were trying to keep the pins off the middle of the greens so that people weren't there wasn't extra ball marks and things, so they could keep the greens nice and clean for the am. So we essentially played Ironman pins during the practice round.
Oof.
Holy shit. That was wild. Like that was incredibly difficult. There was one I had a 3 foot tap in on that first par five, number four, and the pin was top tier. And I just touched the ball and it went all the way down to the front of the green. And I was like, fuck this shit. That walked out of there.
That's an illegal thing.
Yeah.
Then Speargrass.
Oh yeah, Speargrass. I
Oh,
love Speargrass.
Speargrass. Yeah, we had like a couple weeks off after Paradise. Forgot about that.
Love Speargrass. One of
Yeah,
my favorite.
great.
One of my favorite
And
courses in all of Alberta.
he's been trying to get me to that place since we started golfing in 2021.
Yeah, my dad and I play there every year. We actually went for a round after, and we played. I played. We were delayed because there was a frost delay, and I was like, "Well, everyone else is playing orange tees. I'm just gonna play orange tees with you guys." And I think I shot 6 or 7 over. It was. It
It's
was.
probably easier for you from that yardage with your length and everything though too, and that's
Yeah.
usually
Oh yeah. And I mean, the only reason I did it is because we were jammed up on the tee box, and I'm like, I'm not playing a different tee box. We'll just keep it all the same and just play. I was like, I don't even care about scoring today. I'm just out here having a fun round with my dad.
totally. And that I will forever say is one of my favorite courses, again, because it's 6 of each par and you just
That's what I
don't
love about
see
it.
6 par 3s and 6 par 5s very often. It's
No,
freaking awesome.
yeah, and that was my second time playing in the B, and I think I finished T3.
Yeah, yeah. Again, in the B, I knew you were going to finish better, and you couldn't have picked a better course for you to play
A second event.
a
Right?
second event in
Yeah.
the B as the course that you've played before, right?
Yeah, it was good and it was in good shape. And I mean, I was talking to some people who hadn't really played it, and they're like, oh, look, it's good. And I'm like, yeah, I was like, the final three holes are going to make for some interesting finishes.
Well,
And
I
they're
tell
like,
you,
what do you mean? And I'm like, wait till you get out there.
there's some, those are fucking some intimidating holes.
They're hard.
Like
Yep.
number 18, I hit the fairway, but I can't remember what I did after hitting the fairway. It was a
Blacked
gong,
out.
it was a gong show, and literally I was just trying to get the ball to the hole to get back to the cart so I could get the fuck off of there. Like it literally could just like kind of ate you up, and it just kind of started to snowball. It's like holy shit, and I was on the fairway.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can get into a lot of trouble on all three of those holes.
Some very original holes, right? And like an original finish. Like you don't see that very often. And that's part of the allure of Speargrass. I mean, I am with you. I completely love the 6, 6, and 6. Like
Yeah.
it just gives you so many opportunities to put some scoring down if you're playing well.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm personally I'm shit with my irons off the fairway. So par fours for me, I'm not hitting many greens in rag. If I can tee up an iron, I can hit a beautiful shot, no problem. So
Yeah.
par threes, love them. Par fives, I can fuck up a shot in the middle of it and still have a birdie putt and probably tap in a par. So I score well there just because fuck par fours. That's
I think I made the turn. It's was I 6 over on the front or something like that, and I double bogeyed every par three on the front, and then
well, you actually tripled number five. Just
oh yeah, that's right. I doubled it. Yes, that's right. Because
I doubled the other two.
I
Yep.
think I had two birdies on the front or something like that, and then one or two on the back.
Yeah.
It was, and then on the back it was like I think it was birdie par or two birdies and a par
Yeah.
on par threes. I'm
Birdie.
like, what a
Yeah.
stupid game this is.
Totally.
But yeah, that is an awesome course, and it's always in great condition.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think you're going back there next year?
That's usually one I will not go every single year on, but we'll see.
I think.
Um, it's one I personally love. And it's just it depends on there's years where I don't have a problem getting courses in the Calgary area, and then there's years where it's like people, whether they're committed to Calgary Golf Association or Alberta Golf events, and they just can't have more tournaments out there. I do get no's sometimes, and Speargrass usually ends up being kind of my last minute fill-in type of situation. Um, so it depends. We'll kind of see how booking season goes here and see what courses we can and can't
Because
get
we
on.
are excited to get a schedule episode in for 2026.
Oh yeah, I'm pumped. Yeah. I already had to put the kibosh on him on one of the episodes.
Oh,
I
was he
couldn't.
trying to spill the secret?
Yeah,
I
he
was
trying
not.
to spill the secret.
No, I was not going to. I was not trying to. I just said that we have some information, but we can't say anything, and we didn't say anything. We
All
didn't.
right.
We didn't spill the beans on anything. I don't need you to fucking be my gatekeeper here when it comes to keeping shit secret for the tour. So shut up, asshat. So then after Speargrass was Garrison Memorial and the Quarry.
Oh yeah, somebody had a real wet weekend that weekend.
Yeah, shit weekend again. There we go.
I,
Yeah,
I, I remember us. We were out on a nice golf course and we sent you
Oh, we
a
did. We
message.
yeah,
sent
you
you a
did.
message.
That was rude. That was really that
Actually,
weekend.
quite nice down here that weekend.
We we drove up to Edmonton and it was pouring, like not sprinkling, but pouring rain when we got to Garrison on that Saturday. And it only got heavier throughout the day. There was not even 5 minutes where it didn't rain. It just poured and it was so cold. I was so miserable. I feel so bad for the D-flighters who went off in the first group because
Oh,
I took my bad mood out on them. So Blair's in this group. You guys appreciate this story. I don't know if I told you this. Um, Blair snap hooks his first tee shot. And I'm obviously up there announcing, and I was like, Blair, the fairway's not over there. Just like monotone. He kind of looks at me like, no shit, asshole. And then someone else hit a bad one, and I can't remember what I said to them. And then someone hits a good one, Zach McCracken, the poor guy. Oh, he's gonna have PTSD from me. And I was like, wow, Great shot, Zach. Too bad it's the only good one you're gonna hit all day. And he's like, "What the fuck did I do to you?" And I was like, "I don't know. Fuck this rain. Fuck the cold. Fuck this weather. Fuck this summer. Fuck everything. Fuck." Yeah. So I was in a bit of a mood that day. I kind of
That might be a little sound clip right there.
Yeah.
I might just beep that out for entertainment value.
yeah. Yeah. I wasn't very nice. I kicked myself off the first tee after that. I was like, fuck it. You guys figure it out. Announce yourselves. Go in whatever order you want. No one wants to hear me tell everybody off after their first shot. And as miserable as I am right now. We had a
Oh,
few
that's
people
funny.
walk off in the middle of the round because they just couldn't handle the weather anymore. And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't have even teed off, I don't think. It was brutal. But then at the quarry the next day, it was looking really dire. Checking the forecast up until the weekend. And then all of a sudden things changed. Like whatever stuck there on Saturday, it poured its heart out and it went away for Sunday. And Sunday was beautiful. Thank God. I was not mean at the quarry. And that was a good day. And we only get to go to the quarry once every like 3 years or so. So it was a treat to be there. Arguably the best public course in the Edmonton area. So yeah, really nice to be there.
That was third major, the match play, Panoka.
Yeah. Yeah.
You went to?
Yeah, also one another one that I went to that you weren't at.
No, no, there was yeah.
Different experience. I do enjoy that course. A little tight in areas, but it was a cool experience. It's good.
Yeah, it's a totally different format, right? Like it feels so different going one versus one than you against the golf course, right? It's not you against the golf course in match play. It's you against the guy you're in your match with.
Yep.
They could fuck up as long as you fuck up a little less, then you're okay. It's
Yeah.
different. It's a totally different mindset.
It's a different game for sure. Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, it was a fun weekend. I mean, I think I went 1-1 on day one, and I went 1-1 on day two. So I ended up 2-2, and I think I finished fifth or something like that, or fifth or sixth or whatever it was, and fifth I think. And yeah, I mean, it was
See,
fun.
I think that's a great change of pace for the tour. Is a match play event like that. We played men's league here this year in Medicine Hat for the first time, and every week was match play,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it. I got over it real quick that you know what, I'm not a fan of this every week. A different format would have been nice, but I think when it comes to the tour, to have an event like that on the tour where it's just kind of one and done for a weekend, um, definitely a change of pace and I think it was kind of late in the year as well, so kind of definitely a change of pace for everybody.
Yeah, and that one exploded this year. It's always been the smallest major, again, because I think the format is so different. But then it's one of those things kind of similar to Copper Point. It started out in the 50s, and all of a sudden, like, I had to book for 92 this year.
Oh,
So, it's kind of the same. We've always kind of hovered around that 40 mark for the match play. And this year I had to bump it to 64. We had eight
wow.
tickets of eight people, and
This is awesome though.
I it was hard for me. I didn't want to do it, quite honestly. It's so much it's so busy for me because there's 9 hole matches, right? And so I've got to rematch, redo the strokes, reprint the scorecards and
A
everything.
lot of work.
And when it was 40, it wasn't a big deal. I had time to go out to 9. I had time to go on the course and take pictures and like it was like a slower tournament. Whereas now at 64, I had groups coming through the turn ready for their new scorecards as I'm still trying to send out groups on the first tee. So the timing for me didn't work. And I was literally running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And it was crazy. I didn't have time to breathe. I didn't have time to eat. I had time to do fireball shots with Ian and Russ.
I did see that. Yeah.
That's a Panoka tradition. Um, but yeah, it's grown so much, and just looking at the survey answers, that's a tournament that people just love. Again, because it's that different format.
I'm
It
gonna
just
try and
feels
make that
different.
one next year.
It was fun. It was lots of fun.
I want to play the match play event.
A couple different match experiences it was pretty fun. It was good. Taking a three putt from freaking 3 feet to win a match after, and like the way I usually putt, that was terrible, but it was fun.
Then the penultimate event that I love on the tour, Nicholson National.
Yeah, and our first repeat event, because we went there last
Yes,
year, right?
that's right.
So it was
Yeah,
our first
that
opportunity
was
to
our-
play a course
to play
again.
a course. Yeah, yeah.
So we went out on the Sunday,
Monday.
or
The Monday, yeah.
We went out on
yeah,
Monday. For
yeah. Sorry, we went out on the Monday and played
I
practice.
played well Monday, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good."
I did not play well.
Had a great practice
And
round.
you guys had a weather delay that day.
Oh
Yes,
yes, yeah,
yes.
we did. We were wondering if we'd get in because we had a late round going because we played with Blair
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
almost watched him get a hole in one on one of the holes.
Yes, we did. Yeah, it was one of the closest ones I've seen since I've been playing.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Um, but it was nice to play with Blair and spend some time with him, even in the weather delay.
Yeah.
We were up at the clubhouse and having Blair around.
And we ran into
It's
Paul.
pretty cool. And we ran into Paul. Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul's a new.
Yeah, that whole the day before, it was packed with people trying to use up their
We were
rounds
seeing
from the
everybody
previous
out
year.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you remember there, right? Like you show up and you're like, oh, hey, like you know everyone.
Well, I got to give you kudos. Okay, let's give the Prez kudos here. Um, I needed you to set me up because last time we were there, I got the wrong.
The weekday pass.
I got the weekday pass, and I was concerned that when I went there, shit was going to go down, and I wasn't going to get my practice round in, and I was going to be a miserable prick.
Nobody likes Alvin when he's a miserable prick.
It happens. It does happen. And when I walked in there, I said, "There's a pass here for me. Should be under the name of Leah." They had it. I was out. Boom. And so thank you for that and making sure that I was ready to go for my practice round. And had fun in the practice round. It was nice being out there with Blair and the Ginger. Then we get to Tuesday. And I had been battling vertigo for a couple of weeks.
Yes, this is true.
And when I woke up Tuesday morning, I was a fucking mess. And I don't know. I didn't know how to deal with it because I never dealt with this shit. Like I could barely get out of the hotel room doorway, like straight up. I was trying to carry my bag and I was trying not to bounce off walls. And I was like literally ill. I thought I was going to throw up going down in the elevator. We get to the course and get over to the driving range, and I had to sit down. Like I think I hit 2 balls, and I had to sit down. And Blair kind of looks over and he goes, "Oh, are you feeling okay?" And I'm like, "No, dude. I think I'm going to throw up here." Like I had nausea, and it was just like I didn't know if I was going to be able to play. And I'm like, I'm fucking here. There's nothing I can do. Nobody's taking me to a fucking hospital. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. So I think I might have hit a couple more balls, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. Like, so then we get back to the clubhouse. I literally force-fed myself a breakfast sandwich, like finger down, poking it down, trying to get this thing down in me. Get out to the first hole, and I'm still not feeling well. And I'm still a little unbalanced here, and I'm like, Jesus, am I going to be able to fucking hit the ball off the tee? Like, and I was with 3 guys that I'd never played with before, so I'm trying to not to let them know that I am fucked. Like, like I'm trying to not interfere with their round, and I'm trying to center shit up, and I think I triple bogeyed the first hole, I double bogeyed the second hole, and I bogeyed the third hole. And after the third hole, I think I parred number 4. It went something like that, and after I got the par, I was okay. The vertigo kind of went away, and I was like, oh shit, now I can start playing. And for the rest of the day, I enjoyed it.
Would you start on 11 or 12? Something like that?
13. I just looked it up. I want to see.
Yeah, because I started on 14.
So what did I start with?
Let's look. Sorry. Let's confirm you're human. Click on all the curtains. Okay. Thank you so much.
Get the
13,
curtains.
right? Yeah, you started with a double bogey and then you parred your third.
There I go. Yeah, I worked each hole. I was working it back a little better, but by the time I had that third par, I kind of had my head was straightened out, had some fluids in me, and I enjoyed the rest of that day. But fuck, was I a mess? I actually the previous Friday, I actually had to come home from work because I actually showed up to work. I don't know how I got there, and I'm walking up to the dorm. My boss comes out the door, and she goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Because she could see it. I was like literally like side to side. And she goes, "Oh, you can't be here." I'm like, "Well, fuck. I kind of know that, but I'm an idiot. For work, I will walk through hellfire to get there, right?" And she goes, "Well, you gotta go home." And I'm like, "Okay." She goes, "But you can't fucking drive, you idiot." Right? So then I had to
True.
call. So then I had to call my wife to come pick me up from work and bring me home. And that was like the Friday before that that tournament. So
And then you had to cancel your tea time on the Saturday.
I had to cancel my tea time on Saturday because I wasn't going to make that. But
Yeah.
kind of sucked. It kind of put like a cloud over the start of Mickelson. But I love that place. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is my favorite stop on tour. I don't know if it's just because it is Mickelson, the name is attached to it, but I like going there. I
And that
really do.
was
The comfort stations too.
that was correct me if I'm wrong, but that was your biggest event yet, right?
Yeah, so that one broke the Olds record that we set, that the 100 players at Olds was the first time we got triple digits, and we crushed that. We were at 128,
Oh,
which
big deal.
was arguably too many considering the pace that day. There was no gaps
Yeah.
out
Well, there was no gap. Somebody got us out late. I mean, it was a little bit of a late start.
Getting everyone out late has nothing to do with the pace. Oh my God. And then I lost my child. When you guys all drove out, I could not find my kid anywhere. He got scared of how loud I was on the microphone when I was doing my
Went
announcements.
coward in the
And he ran to the first tee and like made a tent out of the two chairs that were underneath the tent there and like hid under them. I couldn't find him. I was looking everywhere in the clubhouse for him. I thought like he got kidnapped as I was doing announcements. I lost my shit. I'm like yelling from the balcony to the guys on the first tee. I was like, "Have you guys seen CJ?" And they're like, "We think he's in there. We can see some shoes." And I was like, "That little fucker."
Didn't you run into somebody while you guys were out there while we were golfing? Somebody maybe that plays hockey?
Yeah. Well, no, it was after the round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was going out to play, but yeah, I didn't even know. I wasn't paying attention, but a table of guys that were hanging out after said, "Hey, Kale McCarr is here." And that's CJ's a big Kale McCarr fan. He's named after Connor McDavid, but McCarr is arguably his second favorite player, and he told him that too.
Well,
He's like, who's your favorite team, and who's your favorite player? And he got all shy, and I was like, it's okay, you can be honest. And he's like, you're my second favorite. Yeah, no, that was awesome. It was good to, he was really good to him too. I was like, eh. They're like, don't bug him. And I was like, he's not gonna say no to this lady with a knee brace and this cute little kid with glasses. I
well,
can.
people down here would know who he is because he played for the Brooks Bandits, right? And I mean, we're 45 minutes.
Did he play for the Bandits? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. But yeah, he's
Oh
from
yeah.
Calgary too, I think. So
Yeah, he
he's
played for the Bandits and then won a couple championships and then went off to NCAA from there. But yeah, so
yeah, he's
Mickelson was awesome. I was
We
that.
played with
Oh, Bryce Pickford.
Bryce Pickford.
Bryce
Yeah.
Pickford and what Ethan McCallum, the goaltender that got traded from the Tigers. Bryce actually just got named as the captain for this year's Tigers. So they just randomly showed up at our tea time on the
nice.
one Thursday night. They filled the gaps and played with us, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, so Mickelson was. I ended up back in the C fight for Mickelson because
Yeah.
of the
Because
handicap.
of
The
because of
handicaps were so low. Like I think 60 of the 100 or 50, sorry, 50 of the 120 whatever were under a five cap.
That's crazy. Wow,
And
that's
the flights were like between 25 to 28 people.
yep.
So there wasn't very many snips won, but when they were won, they were worth a lot of money.
Yep.
It was so different, like having flights that big. and then the shotgun, us having to, we got 3 people entering scorecards after just to see if we, and then as you guys are doing the KP competition to the other putting green, and me yelling at everyone, don't hand your cards in unless it's your whole group. We can't, like, it was too much. We couldn't do it. We needed to enter by group, and yeah, I mean, entering 130 scorecards as fast as possible, and then going to playoffs
Yeah,
after
well,
that.
I think there was playoffs in just about every division, wasn't there?
No, just 2 of them. The B and the A and the B.
Oh, okay, yeah. So and then yeah, it's and one the guy who won the B, it also got a hole in one, did he not?
On a par 4.
Yeah, David Testowitz.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know that hole too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, number 16. And
Yep.
then the guy that won the A flight was actually just like visiting I can't remember if it was brother or cousin. They were out from Manitoba and they literally were going to the airport right after the round. And so now he actually answered the survey and he's like, I'm making this an annual trip every year. If Mickelson is that date every year, like I'm coming out from Manitoba to play in this. So that was pretty cool.
Mickelson was awesome.
Pickles is something I look forward to.
And
And we had great weather this year, unlike
we
last
did.
year.
We had great weather, and the cherry on the top was
Alvin,
like,
when I pulled up your scorecard, I noticed that I'm not sure that it was possible. Or no, you did better on hole 11 this year than you did last year, but you still made a quad on
Still
it.
made a quad, but it was way better than the previous year, so I'm taking that as a W.
yeah,
And it's kind of funny. I don't know what it is about that hole, but I fucking shit shellacked the crap out of that fucking hole again.
dude. I think I doubled that hole actually, if I'm not mistaken. I think I doubled because that's 10.
What hole is that?
Or no, that's
11?
or 11.
11.
11, yeah,
Yeah.
it's par 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been my 17?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that
It was your last hole last year, I think, wasn't it?
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
I very butchered it last year. And but this year we got to that hole, and because I wasn't feeling really well, I was actually so bagged at that hole. It took me 3 shots to get it to the fairway. I hit my tee shot.
Oh, right.
I
I did
drove
listen to that
I drove
podcast.
it right into the ground, and who was I in the group with? The guy was in the car with. He goes, Alan,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
That looked like a terribly tired swing. I was like, yeah, man, I don't have anything left in the gas tank. And then I went up and hit it again, and I duffed it again, and then I hit it the third time, and I just got it to the fairway, and then I kind of hit it up over the rise there, and I was like, holy fuck, Alvin. Like it was brutal. I didn't have a lot left in the tank at that point, but
Yeah, you really I was expecting you to be more pissed off or like just have more words about Chris winning that day, but I could tell you were tired. Like
I was
I
I,
was trying to get it out of you and you just were like,
no,
yeah,
I was too
it's
bagged.
fine.
I was happy that he won. You know, he got one of us got a W. It sucks that it was him, but
Well, even I was 79, like 7 over. Like I
You
played a
broke
great
80
day.
at Mickelson. Yeah. That's
I was ecstatic.
there's a lot of feathers in the hat at
and
that.
you had 3 doubles on that back nine. I just pulled up your scorecard. You did double 11, you doubled 14, and you doubled 18.
So I play golf.
Fuck. He's still fucking 7 over.
I mean, we've talked about it before. It's it's funny because Alvin and I talked about it, and I'm like, I feel like for between a 9 to 10 handicap because that's where I'm sitting right now, like a 9.5 or something, and I'm like, I feel like for where I'm at handicap wise, I was like, I have more doubles it seems like, but I also counteract that by getting more birdies than the average 9 handicap,
Yeah.
or whatever,
Oh, 100%.
because of my putting, I think, and
Oh yeah,
and that's kind of what happens. But
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
it was a long ride home for Alvin that day.
Fuck. Listening to that shit for 3 fucking hours. Good God. You know, people say that I have a temper and I have a short fuse, and I had to deal with that for 3 hours. I think I need a fucking award.
Yeah.
That I just
Yeah.
didn't poke him in the eye and push him out of the
Hey,
car.
you know what? Just go win an event. I
Yeah,
mean, you shouldn't
no.
you shouldn't have to worry about me anymore. Because I
Fuck,
mean,
I
looks
still
like
have-
I'm going to be stuck in the B flight for the most of the time
I
now.
still have to
so.
learn how to fucking play golf, so I might be a little ways away from my first W, man. But
Yeah. No, that was one of the best.
that was
events we've
fun. That was fun. And then we get into
seen. Tour champ.
Tour Championship.
Tour championship.
Tour championship
First time.
for these guys, first time hitting. And I know you probably listened to the pod about us talking about Kimberly and Cranbrook.
I was in like long before Alvin was.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you were.
I was
Alvin
going.
was last minute.
I
Yeah,
was
you
still
knew
kind
you
of,
were coming.
I was still on the fence about coming because of what's happening, in the family life, right? It's like, can I make this happen? Can't I? And then my wife was like, "Oh, and you just go." And I was like, "Fuck." Well, when she gave me the word to go, I was like, "Yeah, I'm making this happen." So, for us, it was like our first big golf trip.
Yeah, like a first 4 day tournament.
Yeah.
Like it's a different experience.
A lot of
right?
firsts,
Like, which is
and
cool.
I don't know. I was jacked about the whole thing, about getting out in Kimberly, the Airbnb, just being out there, having 4 rounds, 3 new courses, mountain courses, right? And I was just, what a, for you, free. I mean, this isn't disparaging or anything, but for the people that have done this regularly, like, can they go back and think about what their first time was like? Because I mean, I was like a kid in a candy store. Um, that this was like the biggest thing I've done in golf since we started this in 2021, started playing golf. This is the biggest thing I've done in golf, and it wasn't lost on me that it was when I was out there trying to take everything in,
Yeah,
right? So
totally. And it's jam-packed, right? You guys kind of touched on that in the podcast too. It's nonstop, basically from
yes,
dawn till dusk.
and I'm
And
and I'm not a go person, so but I still think we had to experience all
you
that.
had to, a hundred
And
percent.
because if we didn't, and we went, I think we said this on the podcast, if we didn't and went back to explore Kimberly and do that part of it, we would have been on the podcast saying,
We're not serious FOMO.
yeah, right, we should have been like, we should have done the things that everybody else was doing just to get that experience. So, and now that we've done it, maybe next year when we go out,
Yeah. I mean, not everyone stays, right? That's
there was
a
just
lot
there
of
was
people
shit
have
in
their
Kimberly. Like
families.
there was shit in Kimberly. I wanted to go. Like there was an antique store, bookstore. I wanted to go to those places, and we just didn't have the time to do it. Right. So
Yeah.
I'm more of that type of an adventure guy than like when I play golf. I like to go play my round and get the hell out of there. Like I like to just disconnect from the golf course after I'm done. So, but again, the overall experience was the best I've ever had in golf. Um, you know, 5 days out there in the mountains, going and playing these fantastic golf courses. Okay, I didn't play great golf, fine and dandy. And on day one, when I shot my 100 and fucking whatever, I probably could have ate the golf cart and the battery in the golf cart. I probably could have ate because I was so mad because I expected more out of myself.
I think your words when we got to the car were, I feel I was definitely outclassed.
I felt like I was outclassed by the golf course. Like I didn't have a game to play that golf course. I couldn't keep it in the fairway, and I'm usually really good off the tee box. So yeah, like that was in golf you can get humbled. I was so humbled.
Well, and that course was playing difficult, I felt like that week. The rough was very thick, very chewy. In the places that I was trying to hit out of anyways.
Yeah, no shit.
And it
There was a lot
probably
of there
didn't
was a
feel
lot of
great.
trees around in the places I was trying to hit out of.
See, it's
I
fun.
mean,
It's
like
yeah.
you've got Chris Nelson also shooting a 73 when you shot a 104, so that can't feel fucking great
Nope,
either.
nope.
Chris has played the course several times now too, right? So
You
he
should
knows.
maybe be in the next flight up. Just saying.
Well, that 73 did drop him to a 9 point something, so he should be in the B flight probably next year. Um, we
I,
did, we had,
I made a little bit of a suggestion on my survey about how you can deal with multiple winning people on the tour.
yeah, but we also have to look at the scores that they win with. I mean, let's touch on this after we
Yes,
talk about
yes.
championship because we had a pack meeting and discussed a lot of things. But yeah, Wildstone was, I mean, yeah, I sent you that message and I'm like, just so you know, everything breaks to the valley. That didn't mean anything to you because if you didn't know where the valley was when you were around their course, kind of just have to look up. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't played there before, you're not.
If you're just playing under the trees constantly, what the fuck does the valley mean?
It's so funny though, because you had that experience, and then I'm playing with Wyman, and I can't remember who else was in my group the first. Wyman and Dan and who was the other guy in my group? can't remember. Was it Ken? I think it was Ken. And um, I go and I lay down an 84, and I'm like, wow, that should be a decent round. Well, here I'm sitting in second place, one shot behind Wyman because he's right shot an 83 and is in first, and I'm like, okay, day one, sitting in second, that's not so bad. Feels pretty good.
Yeah, I was in dead last. No, was I? I don't think
Yeah, you
I.
start. I think,
Yeah, see, we're in dead last
I think you
after.
started in dead last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then we went to St. Eugene.
No,
And
or yeah,
yeah,
that's
St.
right.
Eugene was next. I really put Wildstone behind me, and I really wanted to enjoy St. Eugene. Um, Again, and I
I would
just
argue that's the easiest one of the three, to be honest
yeah,
with you.
probably.
Crappiest greens, but easiest one of the three.
I like the
I
way.
loved the greens. I putt better on a bit slower greens, so
Your son and me were in complete
I know you
lockstep on
were.
the greens.
Yeah, it was
How they were
it was
bad.
nice to play with the
But I
kids.
think they were also still, it looked like they were still recovering from some aeration too.
I
And
think so.
yeah, it was
And that was fun because we got to play with the kid and we got to play with
Patterson who won
Patterson. Yeah,
the
yeah, they
championship.
were
Yeah.
the like the two top golfers, right? Like
It was kind of a unique situation for us. For me personally, it's like you go out there and you watch these guys that really can play the game, and
it was
I
fun to
did that
watch.
pairing on purpose, by the way, in case you couldn't tell.
it
You
was
two being together and those two being together. I just wanted you, well, number one, to meet the kid. I talk
Yeah,
to him all the time. And just to kind of, yeah, enjoy what it's like. Like the ball coming off their club face is just so different than
yeah.
us,
when they
right?
shoot the ball and then just chip it back in, put it to within like
And
3 feet,
there was
tap
one
in
there was
par, and
one
get
par
pissed
four
about it.
where the kid hits it out to the right in the trees and literally like you're foraging in the forest for a golf ball, finds it, just puts it back in play, tucks it to within like 3 or 4 feet, taps it in for a par, and
Yeah.
it's chapped as he's walking off the green, and I'm like,
It's like,
that's
you
a different.
fucking suck. That's
That,
terrible.
that's a different.
Like, what are you talking
That's
about?
a different level of fucking golf that I will never
Right?
experience. Right?
We would have bogeyed or doubled that
Yep. Oh
situation.
my god, that would have been like a quad.
Well, and
Like,
here Patterson said multiple times throughout the round, he's like, here we are getting mad about tap in pars or low stress pars, and he's like, you guys would just be dying for those. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I
dying.
love a lot of low stress pars.
Yeah, just
Yeah, well, and I partially did it for him too, to kind of see like, yeah, like exactly that situation. I've watched the kid do that millions of times, I feel like, over the years. And he's so mad he's mad because he's like, if I wouldn't have put my tee shot in the trees and I would have threw that dart and that would have been a birdie,
But you did.
could have been a birdie, right? Like in his head, that's why he's mad. And nothing's ever good enough and everything should have been better. But to also for him to like watch you guys and see the struggle. I mean, he plays enough with me. He understands the struggles, but like what other people do when they get in trouble. Like we can't all throw darts from out of the trees. Like
Yep. Yep. We all have different games, like where we're not as good at recovering that way.
yeah. I had
yeah.
the opportunity to play with Michael Vault down here, and
Oh
he's
man, he's
he,
awesome.
Yeah, Alvin actually played him in league one night. It's
yeah,
crazy.
and I beat him.
Well, because of handicaps, yeah.
But like we played 9 holes and we played the back, and like he eagled both par fives. Like driver, 9 iron, or wedge into
Yeah, no,
par
no
five.
problem. Yeah.
No problem.
Stupid.
He hit two par four greens um,
Off the tee.
off the tee. As like
Yeah.
I said
Yeah,
to him
he
after,
actually did that at the mid-am. He drove a green at Sundry. Yeah.
I said to him like I said, hey, do you want to go and do another 9? And I'll just sit in the golf cart and watch you play. Because it was again
Yeah.
level of golf, right? Like I don't get to experience that all the time, and it was actually really cool to watch.
Yeah.
Guys go out there and hammer it 300 plus off the tee box. Tucking wedges really tight. Even if they have a 20-foot putter, 20-foot putt, it's 50-50 on whether they're going to make it or it's going to be a
Yeah.
tap. Right? But just a different game, and sometimes it's really nice to watch that. I just don't really like it when I'm playing a game that's not even remotely in the same stratosphere as these guys, and we're playing it at the same time.
I enjoyed that round with the kid.
I did too.
I mean, I
without a doubt.
I mean, I think that was your best score of the weekend,
No,
was it? I shot an 82. I played well. I
That was
believe.
his second best. Yeah, 93.
so I played like shit at Wildstone. I played better at St. Eugene. I actually enjoyed the round at St. Eugene. Then we went to Bootleg Gap, and I thought that course was really nice too.
Okay.
I found Bootleg Gap. I wish I would have had a yardage book with some layouts, because
You know, you could have got one at the first tee.
and which I didn't fucking get because the starter didn't fucking offer it. But never mind. But I found the landing spots at Bootleg, because I didn't know the course, really came into play.
Yeah.
Like my approach shots or my shots off the tee.
But I feel like you can see pretty much everything there.
There's some spots that open up that are just, or that you have more room than you
And
think.
maybe it's just hole number 18 that comes to mind when I say that, because I hammered a drive out the left side, and I'm like, if I hit a 3-wood, I can actually almost run this up on the green. But
Yes.
because you're out to the left, there's a little rise,
And you can't see the
and
water.
you can't see the water. So I hammered a 3-wood up there, and I'm like, oh,
It's
sweet.
a par 5. Why are you trying to get inside 150?
Why not?
Why not? So
As
I rolled it
as
right
Chris
up.
mentioned on that podcast, because I was waiting for someone to fucking say it, they do make GPS apps that could have told you there was water there.
I said that. I mean,
I know.
And that's not something that I usually use. Listen, I just gotta.
No, like, but
I
you
just gotta
plan
put
out,
the
you
range
ask
finder
me
in.
every time, what tees am I playing? I gotta plan my round. Like, you know this shit ahead of time. So why did you do it any different at
Oh, come
champion?
on now. He did not, definitely did not plan his round
I
for
did
that
not.
one.
I did not even remotely close.
No. But it was still your best score of the week.
It was, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing that course.
They hosted, it was pretty cool to have both. So they hosted the BC Men's Am this summer. So we got to play on courses in Alberta and BC that hosted their men's amateurs, which is their biggest events
That's
of the
awesome.
year.
It is.
So-
I mean, that's spectacular that we get to do that, right?
I played so bad on the course. I shot an 88. I was not happy. But
Because-
yeah,
I also shot an 88.
what's that?
I also shot 88.
Yeah, I didn't feel good about my
Because
88.
after St. Eugene, you were still only one stroke back.
Yes, I was right there, and then I was. Who was I playing with, Leah? Who was my kart partner?
At St. Eugene?
Oh yes, who was my kart partner?
Um,
Oh my god.
oh, sorry, not at Bootleg, you mean?
Yeah, Bootleg. Why can I not remember his name? Anyways, he shot like a 1 over.
Oh, Scott, yeah, Sissons, yeah.
Yeah, he played
He
ridiculous.
comes off the course. He goes, I pulled a Chris Nelson.
Yeah, and he was like lights out. He played so good. I mean, I think the highlight of that day, and I mean, it's sorry, Amanda, but it was so funny
Oh, her
because
dress.
well, we were coming up to the turn, and we're getting stuff in the snack shack or whatever, and all of a sudden she just comes out of the bathroom. She's got her hands like this, and she's like I gotta take the cart and go, and we're like and she's like, I have wardrobe malfunction, and so she just takes it and runs off, and she like had to go buy a brand new dress because her other one split. And hopefully she took that back and got a new one or got her money back or something. But anyway, so then she did, and she was so flustered on the back. So we're on to 10, and she's like, "You guys can't look. This is like a dress. It's got nothing underneath." And we're like, "Mo, Scott and I are looking." So we're like, "We'll just listen for the sound of the ball." And I remember we were on, was it 12 or 13? She was putting, and she had to like remember to curtsy basically to pick up her ball. And so we're standing there, and Scott and I are just kind of both craning our necks as far as we can this way, away from the hole. And she kind of was like, I can't remember what she said, but Scott's like, yeah, if you would have looked over, he's like, you would have seen that Chris and I were like craned all the way back this way. We weren't watching at all. And I mean, it took her a couple holes to kind of relax, because I mean, obviously she was a little frazzled, but it was fun golfing with the girls.
Yeah, and they're both. I mean, Amanda hits it a mile, and
Oh, does
Mommy
she
is just
ever?
so consistent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Bootleg was great. I think we might actually do 2 rounds there next year, maybe.
Ooh.
They weren't very happy with our pace of play. Later groups were very slow, and I'm looking into pace of play solutions, but we'll talk about that when we talk about our survey results. But
So yeah, no, it's. I mean, Bootleg kind of took me out of the running, but it was a good round. And then we were back at Wildstone for day 4.
and then back at
I think
once.
I shot a fucking 97 on day 2.
At Wildstone.
Yep.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure that course out, like even, and mentally being in the moment. Then when I went back to Wildstone, going, okay, just go Just go play mid 80, high 80 round, low 90s, and
Did I enter your scorecard wrong then? Because I have you at 93. You're
was it
making this.
93?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I thought it
That
was
sounds right.
97.
Yeah, you tucked off like 10 or 12 strokes, you said.
11, yeah,
Maybe it's
11
just
shots better.
PTSD.
Yeah, it's PTSD off.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're making
I
this way worse than it actually is.
I had a decent round going. I mean, I going into 17 and then I fucking quadded it. I was so mad. I wanted to break my fucking club. I was like, I
What did
don't
you
usually get that
do?
angry on the course, but I quadded 17. I was so fucking angry.
Because of the green, or did you
No,
go for that
no,
pin? That was a soccer
I,
pin.
I hit a tee shot. I got all armsy, so I was off to the right a little bit, and it wasn't really in that big of a bit. Like it wasn't really in trouble. So I was kind of in a little bit of rough, and I'm like, I'm just gonna chip this back on the fairway, take an approach shot, probably get a bogey, and get the hell out of here. And so I don't know what I like to this day. I do not know what I did. I looked down, whatever, okay, good. And then all of a sudden, I went to hit the ball. My club face flies open as I make contact with the ball. It goes into the bunker, but not in the bunker. It's like in the mulch that's above, or the
Oh,
SQ above the bunker. And I'm
yeah.
like, awesome. This is not good. Okay, so I'm like, I got to get this back onto the fairway. And I'm like, or do I just got to try and hit this? I'm like, I can't really hit this anyway. So I tried to hit it and get it onto the fairway, and I hit it a little too hard. Then I get into the fescue again. So I'm like, ah, crap. So I chip it up and over because there's that little line of fescue in front of the green.
Yeah.
And then I'm off the left side, and then I can't remember what the fuck happened after that. I know I three putted.
Well, that pin, yeah, that pin was
I chip
brutal.
because it's a turtleback green,
Yeah.
and I think I chipped on, and I ended up three putting, and I'm like, of course I'll three putt. Why not? That just capped the quad. Why not? And at that point, I'm like, all I was thinking about, because I didn't have it. I didn't have a terrible round going. Like I was like, I'll probably be somewhere around where I was on day one. And at that point, after the third day, I'm like, I just need to try and hopefully sneak into the middle somewhere, because that's all I need for points to get into the President's Cup. Because that was really my goal going in.
Right.
I mean, the fact that I was in contention for 2 days was just,
That was
kind of
that was
nice,
pretty cool.
and but unexpected. And then I finished, and I was like, ah, crap. I was like, I don't know if I did enough. And then when you finally updated all the points and whatnot, I'm like, ooh, I just barely snuck in. It was good. But
And that
I
was
know it
fun.
wasn't refreshing, and I like it was funny because I knew that about you, and I kept I was seeing if you snuck in. I knew it was going to be close. And I kept refreshing, kept refreshing. I'm like, the drop down is showing the points for President's Cup. And I'm like, I don't feel like this update. No one's placement in the top five changed. And
yeah,
suddenly I looked at Patterson because he wasn't able to play a ton this season. And the points that he won, the 2,400 that he got for winning championship, was more than the points that were being displayed. And I was like, okay, so it hasn't added anything yet. They
yeah.
had to force things through for about 15 minutes before it actually finally updated. And I was like, ah, he got in.
Yeah,
Number
I
32.
Alvin, well, I checked it there for a couple of days, and I'm like, oh, Lee's probably busy, whatever. And then Alvin texted me. I was working the one day, and he's like, hey, you got in, and I'm like, and I was in out of the carrot farm in a cooler, working on a hydro cooler, so I didn't really have any service,
You
and I was
did,
stuck
yeah.
all
You
day.
did message me back until
Yeah,
like late in the evening.
yeah. So then I come out, and I'm like, oh shit! I was like, I got into the President's Cup. That's it. That's sweet. I was like, that worked out. I was like, I accomplished my goal, so that's
Yep,
good.
yep. And I'm probably gonna go with him to be his caddy next year at the President's Cup, just because they have caddies at that one, right?
I mean, not usually, but you can.
Well,
Should make
you
an
know,
exception for you.
what I may do then is
I'm not going to tell you can't come.
I'll come and be a reporter on the scene.
There you
There you
go.
go.
We'll do
Perfect.
we'll do some interviews and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, we played way more events on the tour this year in 2025. You had the biggest year I think you've ever had, and I mean, it was amazing. I said it in the car. I said it in the car. I said it on the next podcast. I'm like, can we like play again tomorrow? Because like I'm ready. I want another shot at this.
It kind of went by really, really fast, truthfully. Like, and I mean, I didn't play every weekend. And there was some gaps in between me playing on the tour, but it still seemed like it went really fast.
Yeah. Well, it's not that long of a season, right? Like it's not even 4 months. I think it's about 3.5 from the point of Copper Point. And then we really don't have anything for like 3 weeks after Copper Point. all the way to championship. And most of August, I mean, we only have Mickelson and championship in August. So pretty much everything's June, July. So it does go very fast.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, biggest season ever grew 40% over last year. And last year
Oh,
we had grown 30% over the year before that. So the last 2 years, it's just exploded. It's been crazy.
that's amazing.
Very cool. I've been getting these messages. I caught an email the other day that um, I I love getting messages like this, especially when they're super random. Um, this guy says, again, newbie, this was his first year. Thanks again for a fantastic golf season. It truly changed how I enjoy the game in a way I didn't even know I needed. And I thought, I just that line, I'm like, fuck, that's cool. That's like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're tournaments and everything, but like, until
I'm
you
going to
come
tell
out
you
and
that
play,
that tour championship 100% changed my mentality of the game. When I came back from that and we started playing here and just playing our random rounds, my mindset was totally different. Like, just go and play. And it hasn't bothered me that I've shot, low 80s, mid 80s, low 90s. Doesn't matter. Just go play.
Yeah,
yeah,
you got the grind mentality now.
Yeah, it's total. And that tour championship did it. Because, like, after that first round, I said it on the pod. I was like, you're crushed. You're out of it. You
You got
can't.
nothing to lose.
You got nothing to lose. You can't go home. You got 3 more rounds. Just go play, man. Just go play. And I enjoyed the next 3 rounds, even the 93 at Wildstone. But coming back here and playing, same thing. I'm actually enjoying it a lot more. Like, just going out and playing, it doesn't really matter what the score is. Just go hit your shots and play the game. I'm getting way more birdies now than I had at any time in my fucking golf career.
It's so funny with every sport, eh? It's like the
Like,
less you care,
yeah.
the less you give a fuck, the better you play.
Like,
That is it's so true in every sport.
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, and that was my mentality even going in. My game wasn't great and definitely was not where my handicap was because of that stupid Copper Point practice round for me.
You're
And I'm in the
welcome.
eighth flight because I have a 5 handicap. I'm not a 5, but I had one. And kind of the same for me because I know that I can compete in the B flight and C flight. I know if I play well, I could win that. So I try too hard. And then I fuck up. I don't even break 90 when I play in that. But in the A, I was like, well, I don't have a chance anyway. And like, whatever, a rank ran away with it this year. He should have been in the champ flight, but that's another story for another day. And I just knew though that even without a rank, I don't belong in the A flight. That's just where my cap put me. So I'm cool getting last. I'm probably gonna get last, and that's okay too. I'm just gonna enjoy actually getting to play some rounds with some people on the tour because I don't get to do that very often. And I have only ever, and it was at Sundry, it was a really long time ago. I have only ever broken 90 in all 4 rounds, one other time at one championship in all 13 years. And this was the second time that I was able to do that. First time in a really long time. So that was I Chris, you and I think we
I was
finished
gonna
every
say we
one. We were
basically
like
shot the
tied
same
every
thing all
day.
weekend, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for 4 days, I think our scores are very, very similar.
Yeah. And so I was kind of the same thing, but then now my swing has gone to shit and
That's
I'm getting,
golf. Golf's hard.
Golf is hard.
it is. Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, in that week, I think too, by bootleg day, because I did 7 rounds in 6 days. So bootleg was my fifth round in 4 days. And I was tired. My knee was tired. My golfer's elbow was tired. I was not swinging great. And that day was super fucking hot.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was. Yes, it was.
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on a fantastic 2025, Leah.
Yeah, it was amazing. Can't wait to see what
That
2026
season was
has.
fantastic. We enjoyed it so much. Can't wait for 2026.